Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel, or my channel. I am here with the mixed media kit for this month, and I'm still in the sorting process, still in the planning stages. I know my first project is going to involve the unfinished wood paddle that came in the kit. So I'm going to set that off. I'm going to try to separate kind of how I imagine as I go along. And then also from this month's kit, all of these are from 13 Arts. There is 2 paints in there, the Cafe a Lot and Olive Green. And then some gel medium right there, and being the mediums, those will end up on every project in some combination. And then there's this pack of mini flowers from 49 and Market in ginger, and I don't see these coming onto the board. It's impossible to say for certain right now with anything. And then there's these resin frames from Prima, and you know, there's 2 sizes in there. One of these maybe might make it onto here. There's so many things right now that are kind of still up in the air for me, so I'll have to see. And then there's some brick pieces chipboard from Scrapaholics, which those are cool. You know, some of them are cut out, and then there's still some actual bricks in there. And then this pack of Mechanicals butterflies, and this transparency from 13 Arts. Now I do have some plans going along with this transparency. I don't see it being used necessarily all at once. We'll see. But I'm going to start with my wood paddle. I'm going to see what direction I'm going to be going with that. And I'm going to take this string off. I don't even know if I'll use the one that came on here. I might replace it with something else. Might not even, well, I might just, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to get prepared, started, and kind of think I know where I'm going to be going, but the one thing I'm certain of is I need to put some gesso onto the paddle, and I'm going to do that with, or I'm going to use some heavy gesso from Prima. My gesso is dry, and I'm just kind of trying to see how I can get things to look on here. And I think before I start, I am going to use the paint from the kit to just do this whole board for right now. I have the idea going. Okay. I have this lined up how I intend to have it cover the shape, and I'm just going to really try to hold it in place so I can turn it over. And I am going to use is this one? Yeah. Can't see it there really well. There is Stabilo pencil, because it wipes off really good. It's very, very water soluble. And there I have my start. I mean, it may not be perfect. I'll have to trim it up after I have it attached how I wanted, but it gives me something to work with now. I'm going to use the smaller circle frame from the kit with the olive green paint. I'm just going to let this dry and then I'll be back. I am going to now use some of the gel medium that came in this month's kit. It is transparent. And I'm going to put a very thin layer on the board to glue down the bit of transparency. Up here at the top, I'm gonna try to just use some of this texture paste to sort of blend in this edge. Just a thin layer, hopefully hide the seam. Now, to give that a chance to dry, see if it blended in, and then when I come back, I'll start building on my base. My gel dried up here. You can still see the seam, but it's flat. So I'm going to next use this stencil. It's a Prima stencil. It's a it's another item that had came in a previous Tres Jolie kit, but it's from my stash. And I'm going to mix some of the olive green paint with some of the gel medium from this month's kit, so that it just tints the gel with the green. Not real thick, just a tinting of it. Well, while this is drying, I'm going to finish working on coloring these. They are actually, there we go, the leaf sketch, and it's from the Silhouette store, and that's the design number there, 67185. And I just did it on some watercolor paper. I can't tell you the brand. It was a 12 by 12, so maybe Prima, I don't know. I don't have the full pack. Anyhow, so I just sketched, or I just used the sketch feature there with my Cameo. I made a few slightly smaller, some are bigger. These I already started working on, and I used the the olive green, and I'll show you. I just barely any color and a lot more water. So that's why some of them are darker and lighter. Gives some good shading. These are actually leftover chipboard pieces from a different project. The chipboard came from Creative Embellishments, and they had a texture paste on them, and I just painted right over the top of it. I'm hoping I can slip these in there, use them up. And now I'm gonna leave I think I'm gonna leave a big and a little one. No, I'm gonna leave these two larger ones white, and then I'll do the rest of them with the Cafe a lot paint. But first I'm going to tell you about the pin. There we go. Micro 207. Sometimes I wonder what the point of autofocus is. Micro 207. And there, a Uniball Signo Micro 207. It is a water resistant ink in here, and it's really, really good. I've had it where I had used it on something that I didn't get to for a while, and I was able to watercolor on top of it without any kind of smearing or bleeding. In this case though, because I had started them right after I had drawn them, I did put a layer of Krylon workable fixative on top of the ink as an extra precaution. But it really is a really good pen for some extremely water resistant writing. Now on to this. I'm just going to grab up a brush, put some color down, and really, really water it down. I am back. Well, I'm not going to poke at it really hard, but I'm going to start my work on over here, whatever I'm doing over here. And part of that work is going to require cutting down some of these. They're too big as they are. So I'm gonna just cut some of the leaves out. Try to get things lined up a little bit. I'm going to try to cut them, get them positioned, and then I'll start the gluing down process and any other trimming for this stack. I am going to let this set. These are not all attached well, but I think it's going to work out easier for me if I can sort of get this frame in place and get it to hold down what it can, and then I will go back and make sure all of my other ones are where I want them. I am calling this project completed. I'm not going to put a string up in here. I like the stenciling, and I really just don't want anything to cover it, so I would just hang it on a hook right in the hole if I was going to hang it up. I hope that this project gave you some ideas on what you can do with this month's mixed media kit. You have a lot of options with the leaves if you don't have that particular file, that particular machine, which for me was from the Silhouette store and a Cameo. And you could even hand draw and fussy cut stamps and dies, or there's with the Brother and a Cricut. There's a lot of choices out there. Even just a pack of ephemera from somewhere, fussy cutting from some pattern paper. So, thank you for joining us here at Tres Jolie. I will be back in a week or so with my second project for this month. See you later.